Hello and welcome back to Assetto Corsa. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Now, it has been a long time since I've done a mod review. I'm going to be rather rusty, but hopefully this mod review goes quite well. I'm not going to be taking a look at this car you see in front of you. What I am going to be doing is taking a look at a track. I say a track, it's more like just real roads, similar to High Force or similar to Lake Louise, or there's another one that I drive on now that is also the LA Canyons, stuff like that. That is what this one is sort of in the style of. What it is the official Shutoko Revival Project. That is what it is. So it's SRP. It is available only on the Discord server, on the SRP Discord server, to which the link is going to be in the description box below. All the installation instructions are going to be there. I am going to tell you now, it is a hefty download at over 800 megabytes, but as you're going to see in this video, hopefully it is well worth it for over, I think, 100 miles of the expressways that go in and around Tokyo. So make sure you stay tuned to see me driving this car around that expressway and just seeing what is available. And I'll tell you now, it is really, really good. Okay, so here we are. Now you're probably noticing that I've got rain and things like that on. That's all part of the content shaders patch. It is a requirement, but you do not need to have the part of the patch that has the rain. Let's go ahead and start driving. I've got to find my way out of here first. That's step one. I think I may have already gone the wrong way. What I have done is I am going to have this on, if you ignore the crackle, I am going to have this on 60 times speed. And the reason I'm going to have this on 60 times speed is so that we can see this both in the daytime and nighttime. The rain I've got on just to show you guys that the rain does work for when the content shaders patch has rain available to the public. And you're just going to see, where am I supposed to be going? Ah, here we go. Here's an exit. And you're just going to see just how awesome this actually is. And yes, I am indicating. Here we go. So we are on the northern route, and I'm not going to be driving very quickly at all. I'm just going to be enjoying this and showing you guys what it's like in a little bit better sort of calm cruising mode, and you can just see and appreciate what these content creators have done. Honestly, this is fantastic. It really, really is fantastic. I would have head tracking on, but my head tracking has been playing up lately, so I'm not really that keen on having that head tracking on. But here we are, we're on the expressway. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what is the point of this? I think, first of all, for those people who really, really like taking photos, it's really nice. For those people who just like driving, this is a very realistic driving experience, similar again to ones like the LA Canyons. It is just a very realistic driving experience to go around and enjoy driving. You could put AI cars onto this and have them in free roam mode, which does actually work, and from there you could just drive around on an expressway, on a motorway, either in and out of traffic, channel your inner need for speed, or fast and furious. Given the style of these cars, I'm probably going to put my foot down at some point I've not actually driven this car, so just to get an idea of what this car's like. But you can see that it is now getting darker. So as I said, I have this on 60 times on the time. And the reason I'm doing that is so you get to experience this both in day and night. So you can see that Tokyo, the lights have started lighting up on the buildings, and there we go. We now have lights that have lit up. So this is fully compatible with a full 24-hour Sol day-night cycle. All the weathers are compatible with it. You do need the content shaders patch. You do need Sol. You do need content manager. However, you do not install this with content manager. That is really, really important. In terms of frames, the frame rate is pretty good. I think it will suffer a little bit depending on what you are doing, but I am pushing it quite a bit, and it seems to be running okay. So I'm quite happy with the frame rates here. It's given me a solid 60. I've seen a couple of dips, just slightly below 60 into the mid 50s I've seen, but it's nothing really to worry about. I have everything cranked up to the absolute maximum. You're talking ultra shadows, ultra everything, ultra graphics, ultra reflections, ultra shadows, ultra anti-aliasing, ultra whatever options there are. On top of that, I'm running a reshade on top of this as well, which I already said on top of that, so just don't mind me. I guess I could, let me see what happens if I switch reshade off, which is not that key. There we go. That's reshade off. To be honest, it doesn't make much of a difference in terms of what I can see now, so I'll just switch reshade off. I've been playing around with this quite a bit, and you can see it actually looks really nice. There's even light pollution in the sky. At least that looks like light pollution. We have a little bit of frame stutters here, just a tiny bit I can see. But I mean, we are in the middle of wherever we are. I tell you what, let's go this way. Let's see what's this way. I really like the fact that I can indicate and everything on this as well. I know it's maybe it's silly, but just adding all these little bits of immersion that have been included in Assetto Corsa as of late, with the content shaders patch, with the soul weather, with this track, for example, all of this is just adding to the experience of Assetto Corsa. This sim is not going to die, I don't think. I would love to have something. You know what? If somebody can give me the M25, I'm going to be rather actually, I won't be happy with the M25. I would rather like some country roads though in Britain, aside from High Force. In fact, it would be nice to have the M25 and then roads in and around it. That would be rather nice. So you can see that the way the Tokyo Expressways work, they have various different levels, and you can see that is what they have replicated here. So there's roads above, roads below, roads going everywhere really. But that is what has been replicated, and I think they've done it incredibly well. The shadows do pop in just a little bit, but that's because a lot of these are being worked upon. This is with the dynamic shadows, so the dynamic shadows are going to be slightly... I think they did say that they're working on the dynamic shadows at the moment, because that is a new thing that is coming with the content shaders patch. I had to do it to see if there's any echo. Let's not go that way because I probably cannot reach it. But you can see that there is a little bit in the way of popping with the darker shadows. But that isn't a problem. I'm really not fussed about that. Let's leave the... Should I leave my full beams on? I could. I could leave the full beams on. Probably switch off the... That's a nice echo. I'm going this way now. So you can see there are many different ways we can go. I mean, I have no idea where I am in Tokyo at the moment. I could be absolutely anywhere. I really genuinely have no idea where I am, but I am enjoying it. It is very well made, and every part of it, there's no additional bumps. The force feedback isn't harsh. It's well thought up, well made. Force. Ooh, okay. I'm assuming I'm not supposed to cross those yellow lines. That's what I will take it as an assumption for this. Let's go this way because we cannot go up there. I'm going to now start driving a little bit more aggressively, but in fact I think my voice clipped as I started doing that. I have been having problems with my audio setup as of late. I think this is really nice. I'm driving in the rain in Tokyo. It's a fairly warm day, so the track isn't wet. I could always make the track wet. It's a fairly warm. I say fairly warm day. It's a fairly warm night now. It's probably coming up towards morning, to be honest. Where's the? Do I have a clock in here? I'm not too sure. But this is okay. So I'm somewhere in Tokyo. I know that. I know that much, but I'm not sure where. This is a toll road. The entire expressway, I believe, is a toll road. So there are various areas you can go to. Let's go up here. Let's see what's this way. Have I been here before? I have no idea. I have 100 miles of this to explore, and if I'm not doing a high speed, I'm not going to get to explore these 100 miles, am I? Well, but yeah, everything's really well made. The force feedback isn't harsh. The roads are fairly smooth. There are some bumps on it, so it's not so smooth that you look at it and think, what on earth is this? And you know, it doesn't feel like a road. It very much feels like a road, but it isn't unduly bumpy and it isn't undually smooth, which is perfect. It's nothing. They've really thought about it in the modelling, and they've really modelled the mesh very, very nicely. Textures wise, it's fantastic. I have no complaints on the textures, and the way that they are continuously working on this particular mod. I think that the effort they put into it is well worth the download. You can support them as well in any way you can, but it is well worth the download. I have not driven a street track. I say a street track, a real-world interpretation of real-life roads, or so. An in-sim interpretation of real-life roads. I'm going to hit that. Told you. I had no idea where these roads were going. An in-sim interpretation of real-life roads. I have not driven a better one than this. I thought High Force was great, and it is. I thought the LA Canyons was great, and it is. I thought Lake Louise was great, and it is. This, however, just blows them out of the water. If those ones are... If I were to give those, let's say an 8 or 9 out of 10, this is a 12 out of 10. That is how good this is. And it does make me consider and reconsider some of the ratings in the past that I've given to tracks on the basis of what am I supposed to give this track? If those ones were 9s and 10s, what on earth is this one as the sun is coming up? That is awesome. And you might have just seen the rain still falling on the side. This is so well done. This is so incredibly well done. I'm not sure I can stress just how brilliantly made this track is. And I think for multiplayer this is great. It really, really is great. I mean, I feel like for my own Patreon, I would try and get everybody on this. Get this content shaders patch, get this particular mod and just race on it. Street racing. Safely, of course. And not doing that. I wonder what's down there. How do I get down there? No, this is going up. Okay. Well, apparently I'm heading up to a higher level now. Whoops! Nope! Right, what I've done there is fallen out of the world. Okay, so I have found a single bug. One bug found. You can fall out of the world there. Right, where am I going? So there's one bug. Note to self, do not fall out of world. You might have heard my Might have had my car going, or my steering wheel going crazy, as it did not know what to do. Okay, so other bugs. Yes, there's one. I found one. I'm not sure how I got there. There was no... Normally everything's blockaded, barricaded, but there we go. You can see the sun actually rising, which is awesome. I'm wondering if different routes allow you to go down into different places. I think they might, because I was... Oops, I really should be paying attention. I was testing one of the routes, and it was different to this. It was not the same as this at all. I was on a completely different section of... Probably should be paying attention to what I'm doing. I was on a completely different section of track, and I have no idea where I was actually. I might have been on the completely opposite side of the road. I wonder if there was a way to turn around. There must be. So what do I think of this overall? I'm sure you've already got my impressions and figured out what I think as a whole. But just to go through everything and take down each point, graphically, what does it look like? Well, it looks stunning. The textures are spot on. The buildings are spot on. The modelling is spot on. They've really taken the effort into getting this correct. Even sort of the road signs and things like that. The little LED road signs giving you indications of where to go or where you can and cannot go. For the overhead gantries, the signs, they're really done well. This is in 6th. They are really done fantastically well. I'm not sure what I'm indicating there. So in terms of that, and these, you can see the building signs and things like that up ahead, all fantastic work. Very well done. I think last time I went that way, so let's go this way and see where we are. In terms of the physics, how does this feel? It feels really good. It's got a nice solid feeling to the road. There are road bumps, so for example, I think every time I'm going over one of these bumps, it seems like I could feel just a tiny little bump, which is really well done. I think that's fantastic in the way they've put that through. So it doesn't feel too smooth, but it doesn't feel ridiculously bumpy. So it just gives it that sense of realism, which I am quite happy about. They have really put the effort in there. In terms of compatibility, well, as I said, you do need to have the content shaders patch for this to work, which is easy enough to get. You also need to have the Sol. I think Sol is a must-have for this as well. Content Manager, I think, is also a must-have, though you cannot install it with Content Manager, so there is a slight mark down there for compatibility. It does not. You have to do a manual install for some reason, but that isn't difficult. It's just a matter of copying and pasting files, and they give you all the information. Ooh, okay, there's 2 ways to go here, and they do give you all the information as to what you need to do. So in terms of compatibility, I think it's fine, absolutely fine on the compatibility there. I do like the fact that they have a very active community, so they are actively developing this as well, and they have lots of people who give you answers, give you tips. There's full instructions on the install, which I think they've taken the time to do that, and I am very impressed with that. It's very easy, and in terms of just overall playability, you could take many different cars out here on all the different tracks, all the different circuits, all the different layouts, should I say, and I think you've got hours and hours of replayability on this. So what do I rate this? What do I rate this track layout? What do I rate the Tokyo Expressway? I can't give it anything less than a 10, can I? I mean, even that single, oops. Even that single bug aside, I was not paying attention there. Look, green lights. What's the green light for? Even that single bug that I found aside where I flew off the edge of the map, I cannot give this anything less than a 10. In fact, if I could, if there was a number higher than 10, what's this way? I wonder. Oh, nope, and I'm gone again. Let's not go down there. Okay. So, there's a second one. I found that. So there's two that I've now found that you're not supposed to go there. A couple of glitches, I guess, but overall, what do I give it? A 10, an 11? All I can say is that this is, for me, this is the most recommended track mod from me. I think you absolutely have to have this, and I think I'm going to leave you at that. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Assetto Corsa. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me, and I will see you guys next time in Assetto Corsa, where, well, I suppose you'll have to leave it in the comments box if there is anything in particular you want me to review. Again, I cannot recommend this particular track, this particular mod enough. Definitely go pick it up. I'll see you guys next time.